This is my child. Nobody else should be the one to hurt her or take her from me. It's been pure hell. It's been pure hell. I'm a mother, that's my child. I feel like my heart has been ripped out, okay? I don't know what's going on. I feel like the police should be doing much, much more. And I just don't understand how somebody will take somebody's child. Who gives them the right? My son found her cell phone in the sewer, okay? He had to call the police station. They had to come out. They couldn't get it open. The next day, they had to come out with somebody to open it. The police didn't find her. The family found her.
Charelle Pringle headed out for a night with a guy she was dating, yet she never returned. Following 2 days of frantic looking, relatives spotted her in a Saugus wetland. She suffered numerous wounds. Just trying to count to 217 is draining. Imagine someone carrying out such a brutal attack 217 times. Her mom found the perfect way to articulate that horror, those terrible puncture injuries.
I sit on my porch at night alone and just cry. When Charelle was murdered, a piece of me died with her.
Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions.
Happy birthday to Millie Watt. Millie Watt. Happy birthday.
She lived out in Woburn, Massachusetts. Those closest to her remembered Charelle as a resilient, self-sufficient, motivated, and highly successful woman. Among her inner circle, she went by Ree or Ray. She raised a son named Jamani Larion, and the pair shared a connection that relatives called incredibly tight. Charelle also stayed very connected to her mom, Pearl Garner. She had a brother as well, plus a huge network of relatives who absolutely adored her. She loved seeing the world, hitting the shops, snapping photos, and hanging out with her favorite people. She maintained a broad group of friends, a neighborhood that recognized her, and a very active life. She'd actually just bid on a house that was being processed. Things were looking up throughout 2021. Charelle was caught in a rocky, back-and-forth romance with a guy she'd known for a few months. This individual was 44-year-old Bruce Mabin, a resident of Lynn, Massachusetts. Near the close of 2021, their dynamic grew tense, and Charelle was searching for an exit strategy. Her friends claimed that Bruce was extremely possessive and manipulative. He tracked her every move, blew up her phone with calls and messages, and threw out baseless accusations. Her relatives noticed the red flags and attempted to discuss the situation with her. However, escaping that kind of toxic situation isn't as easy as just leaving. Allegedly, Bruce broke into Charelle's place after a fight and cornered her with a blade. That specific event was the breaking point. Afterward, Charelle supposedly messaged a girlfriend, stating she was finished with Bruce for good. Bruce also had a criminal record involving this exact type of conduct. On December 18, 2021, Charelle hung out with her mom, Pearl, for a bit. They spent time together from noon until about 2 o'clock that afternoon. As they parted ways, Charelle had on a green hooded sweatshirt. Later that night, she mentioned to her folks that she had plans for a date. The person she was meeting up with was Bruce. Witnesses stated that Charelle and Bruce were spotted at a club in Boston that evening, eventually heading out together around 1:30 in the morning on December 19th. They reached out repeatedly, but there was no response. Going radio silent just wasn't her style. That lack of contact was terrifying. By sunrise, the family's worry had spiraled into an unbearable panic. Jamani officially filed a missing persons report for his mom with the Woburn authorities on December 19th. He was completely upfront with the officers right from the start. He informed the cops they had to find Bruce Mabin since he was the final person spotted with his mom. Even so, the police didn't act as quickly as the family knew they should. Officers from Woburn, Lynn, and Boston were all part of the investigation in some capacity. Yet, as time ticked away, the relatives weren't getting any real updates. At the same time, Bruce shared the search poster on his own Facebook wall. It all comes down to him being the last guy seen with her. Usually, if you're that person, you're the one leading the charge to find them and talking to the cops. But this man refused to talk to anyone at all. That's a huge red flag. He finally posted that on December 20th, 2 full days after she went missing. See, Bruce frequently reposted missing persons alerts on his feed. He'd done it for several other people, so when Charelle's picture popped up, most folks just scrolled past without a second thought. They figured it was just another one of his typical shares. But here's the creepy part. He hadn't reached out to her relatives. He didn't even bother calling me to say a single word. So I'm getting the feeling he's definitely involved. This was the guy who was the very last one to see Charelle before she vanished. The guy who claimed he left her safe at her front door didn't even call to check in, provide details, or show any sympathy. That solitary social media update was literally the only thing he did to help. That very day, a local resident blasted out a warning on Facebook, mentioning that Bruce might be behind the wheel of a dark red 2014 Toyota Avalon. The family made posters, drove all over, and chased down every single rumor. On December 20th, Charelle's kin found her phone. It was sitting in a sewer in Lynn, Massachusetts, right in Bruce's neighborhood. Finding that device gave the family a lead. They started retracing steps from that spot, mapping out potential paths through Lynn and the nearby towns. Back at the house, Pearl was on the verge of a breakdown. She'd been giving interviews, begging the public for any scraps of info, some answers, or literally any clue at all. Her statements during that agonizing time captured the pure terror of loving a missing person and having zero clue if they're okay or where they could be. It was freezing the other night, and I just sat there thinking, is my baby freezing out there? Is she shivering? What was she wearing? Friends and kin plastered the 40-year-old's image on posters everywhere. I honestly just feel hollow. I desperately need my mother. I want her home right this second. Her son, 19-year-old Jamani Larian, after realizing she was gone, traced her mobile signal to Lynn. We located the phone in a drain. I'm terrified. Far too much time has slipped by now. I still haven't received a single update. Honestly, I can't even tell if she's still alive. Charelle's relatives called out Bruce Mabin in public, demanding to know what he did with her. On December 21st, 2021, Charelle's family found her in some wetlands near Route 107 in Saugus, Massachusetts. While cruising that road, they noticed a lady's handbag discarded on the shoulder. They stopped the car for a better look, and from the road, they caught sight of her lying a few yards into the thicket. The family wasn't ready for the gruesome details detectives uncovered regarding Charelle's fate. A massive investigation site was set up along Route 107. Relatives discovered the remains in a swamp while searching. They mentioned passing by and spotting what looked like the victim's bag. After pulling over to inspect it, they claimed they could see her body resting further back from the pavement. The district attorney has officially identified the remains as the missing Charelle Pringle. It was a moment of sheer devastation for the family when they realized the body in Saugus belonged to the Woburn mother. We spoke with the relatives just before they received the devastating update. Charelle was such a vibrant soul, a really sharp and intelligent woman who loved living life to the fullest. She was truly a sweetheart. Now, I just feel completely hollow. I really need my mother back. The remains were discovered this afternoon in a marshy patch near Highway 107 in Saugus. I noticed a crowd gathered around, staring at a woman's handbag lying on the ground. They were just looking over the edge. Everyone had their cell phones out, filming the scene and presumably snapping photos. They started shouting at one of our staff members to dial 911, saying they had stumbled upon a body. The 40-year-old mother from Woburn was last heard from on Saturday while out with a guy she was seeing. Now, her family can't stop wondering if that man played a role in Charelle Pringle's disappearance and death. The victim had been stabbed 217 times. An attack that brutal isn't just some random, heat-of-the-moment incident. Later that evening, the Essex County District Attorney confirmed the identity was indeed Charelle Pringle and stated they were treating it as a homicide. The probe was led by the Essex County D.A. and the state police detectives, with additional support from the police departments in Lynn, Woburn, and Boston. The local police in Woburn shared a status update that night. Dozens of her family members rushed to the location immediately. They clung to one another on the shoulder of the road, overcome by a level of grief that words simply cannot describe. Jemani was very vocal about how the family felt concerning the progress of the investigation. That kind of emotional burden is something no person should ever have to endure. A fundraising page was set up to help Charelle's family with expenses, as the community stepped up to help shoulder the weight Pearl mentioned. Detectives concluded that the actual crime did not take place at the site where the remains were found. They believe the assault happened elsewhere before she was transported to the Rumney Marsh. On December 22, 2021, authorities tracked down Bruce Maben. Go ahead, I'm clean. I just came out to check on my car. Listen, I don't have anything on me. I'm going to cooperate with you guys. I never got rid of my phone. I was just about to light a joint. Yeah, I saw myself on the news. It's crazy. My girl is right back there in New. Sorry about the microphone. We're good here. He's in the back of the car now. Things have definitely shifted, I suppose. I'm not sure if she can make it. Let me try calling. Actually, let me get a hold of a lawyer. They tell me I'm not a suspect, but then I walk outside and my vehicle is gone. I was going to give you a heads up right there. One of the cops recognized Bruce immediately. He mentioned that he'd dealt with him on several occasions in the past. Do I know you from somewhere? Yeah, that's definitely you. For real? Do I really sound like that guy? What was that? Do I sound familiar? I can't really say, but I definitely remember you from back in the day. There was also some talk about Bruce driving around with a revoked license. This wasn't his first run-in with the law, as the officers were already well acquainted with him. Got it. Picked you up a few times. Driver's license is invalid. What was that? You're driving without a valid license. Yeah, my bad. You guys are hooked up to my car. We're going to head out. Am I being recorded? All right, sounds fine. We can't actually do that because of regulations. Let me double-check everything so they don't get annoyed. Copy that. On the way to the station, Bruce was totally relaxed, chatting away and laughing without showing any concern for Charelle. His main worry was that people were trashing him on social media. All right, let's head back to the station. What are you trying to do there? Just muting the volume. Did you see if my phone was still active? I was talking to someone. Where is it? It's right here. Yeah, it's turned off. Looks dead, right? Anyway, man, I'm just taking you to the barracks. We'll get everything squared away there. Someone else is working. Turn right in 800 feet. What's up? Do you have a phone on you? Yeah. Grab it. I have something in my pocket. They're holding on to it for now. They'll explain what's happening soon. Then he started talking about calling his main girl. Not once did he seem worried about Charelle.
Just so you know, this camera's on, so it's recording video and audio. Good. What was that noise when you sat down? Was that my seat?
Seat, yeah, because he's pretty black. Why you come to me like this if I'm wanting to question?
Listen, I got nothing to do with your case. Yeah, don't ask me. I'm just a pickup guy taking you back. There'll be some guys you can talk to back at the station.
Did you do me a favor at all?
What do you need? I'll try. Depends on what it is.
My real girl is about to come meet me. She's probably about to be right there.
Your real girl is going to meet you?
Right here, yeah.
Where? Outside of?
Friends. Tell her to meet me at Friends Seafood. She don't know the area.
What do you need me to do? Call her or something?
Go.
Tell her?
Yeah, back down.
I'll call her.
She's actually right. She's in South Boston.
She's in. I'll call her when we get back here if you want. What do I have? Yeah, you know her number?
I'll get it on my phone.
Yeah, we'll get you a number. I'll call her. What's her name? Linda? All right.
So all the cars just be audio on camera now?
My body is. But there's just a body camera. I don't have a cruiser camera. But yeah, everybody. They all do.
They got me down as armed and dangerous?
Who said that?
I'm just asking because of the way y'all was
Who said that? No one said that.
No, just the way y'all was acting and reaching, and I'm like, I ain't doing his already.
No.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't going nowhere.
No, you were a gentleman. Where was your girl taking you? She's going out to lunch.
I just want to talk, I'm just saying, shit been hot. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I can't show my face. Everybody knows me in the city, so everybody's talking shit. Social media killing me. Are the guys already here?
What guys? The guys that want to talk to you?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're here yet. I don't know.
They're not here because we didn't even know when we were going to drop me off.
No, you're right. So they probably ain't here. I don't think they're that fast unless they got a helicopter.
Throughout this, we gotta record every time we do it.
My property's here.
Your property?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it right here. I'm gonna go through it and log it in all on this. Okay?
My phone's still here. I let them go through it. I gave them consent to go through it. I don't know if
They might still have it. They might be still going through it. I don't see
it
the
didn't say
phone.
nothing about that. It should say, we got your phone. They just left.
They might give you it back at Lynn. That's my assumption.
They just left. Do you know if the other detective was here from Saugus?
Who?
He was from Saugus. He was with them.
I'll go check. I'll go see.
Because he might have my phone here.
Yeah.
Somebody got to have a phone.
All right, just gotta read your Mirandas, okay? It's just part of the booking, all right? All right. Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have him or her with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you. If you decide to answer questions now, you still have the right to stop questioning at any time. You understand what I have read to you. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now? Alright, we're just doing booking, so. Alright, are you a lefty or a righty? I just need your signature. Alright. You can just chicken scratch it right here, it doesn't matter. Alright, appreciate it.
Excuse me.
That done. And then just for the log, who was it that you called on the phone?
My girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Alright, you take any medications?
No.
So suicide prevention questions. Has this person taken any medications or drugs recently?
No.
No? Okay. Have you ever been under psychiatric care?
No.
Alright. Have you ever previously attempted suicide?
No.
Alright, are you contemplating suicide?
Yeah.
Alright.
What you gonna said I was dead too? They said I killed myself. Isn't that crazy? They had a picture of me. They had a picture of me on the internet inside the graveyard. Like that's where they found me.
Huh.
That's crazy. Alright, where are all those at?
Stay on this side. So we're going to start with your left hand, alright? This is just water. Alright, so we're going to be doing what this picture says, alright? It's just, yeah. Alright, on the right hand. Let's see. Yeah, do it again. Usually after like 2 or 3 tries, it'll just accept it. We just override it. Alright, so like karate chopping it, or the rider's edge. Alright, cool. For this, we should be good to go. Nope. Here we go.
There's no match found for me?
What's up? No, no match found.
Get out of here.
I know.
Not
Alright.
in the system?
Nope, just stay right here with me. Born in the United States. Save and submit. Alright, I'm going to put you on the bench and I'm going to find out.
This was Bruce's last shot at external contact before being locked up. He did not waste his single call. Check this out.
Probably be trying to call from there. I probably got court in the morning if they don't give me no bail tonight. I have court tonight. And if it's station, yeah, that's what's my man who's gonna have that bail money if they give me that. Alright, I love you. I'll be calling. You need to see who did that. You need to see who did that. No. I was keeping it off. They said no. They said people talk. That's what you tell me. You shouldn't tell nobody. Oh, all right. Yeah, but if she say that, she might say that to somebody else. Somebody, I'm just making sure that ain't that matter. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what she's doing. Not knowing that she's doing that. All right, they about to put me in the cell room so I can get transported. I'll try to call you from inside the cell out there if they got it.
All set? Alright, cool. Alright, so before going into a cell, do your shoes have shoelaces on them?
Yeah.
Alright, you're just going to have to take them off, okay?
Shoes?
Yep, your shoes, anything that has drawstrings, alright? And then I'll put them right in front of your cell, okay? Same with your property bag.
Sweats?
Yeah.
I never been put across me back.
I know. It's just policy, man, you know.
I ain't suicidal. You need to go outside, Michelle.
What's up?
Put these outside the cell.
Yeah, I'll put your jacket and your shoes.
Oh, I can't even have a jacket?
Let me look at it.
No drawstrings.
No drawstrings.
Oh. Like a pole back there.
There's blankets in that too. I'll give you a blanket. Yep, 1 second. Yep, right after you. Just put them right here. And then you'll be in. Oh, yeah. You can wear the jacket. You want a blanket?
That'd be cool too.
Yep, just stay right there.
What's the word on me first?
I'll find out for you, man. I'll let you know, man, all right?
On December 23, 2021, Bruce Marbin faced a judge at Lynn District Court. Charges included grand theft over $1,200, destroying evidence, and hindering the investigation. Nothing regarding Charelle's death yet. The defense claimed the prosecution's case was paper-thin and lacked any real proof to back up these claims. We want justice for Pringle. That is the message. He was always trouble. She did not even make it to Christmas. 44-year-old Bruce Marbin, Pringle's partner, entered the courtroom today. He stared down scores of her grieving relatives. Get him out here. Stop that noise. Lawyer John Morris hoped to avoid this scene due to ID issues. Prosecutors have a weak hand. Despite suspected foul play, murder charges have not been filed. Marbin is facing theft and evidence tampering counts. Charelle's kin packed the gallery. A wall of over 12 cops and investigators kept watch. Marbin is locked up for stealing and messing with evidence, not the actual killing. Her mother sat front row, being held as things got intense. We just want safety. She is lost to us before the holidays. The courtroom drama leaked into the corridors. Bruce denied everything and is being held indefinitely. We tracked her down and now we want retribution. Pringle's relatives hugged each other near the exit. Furious family members actually found the remains off Route 107 in Saugus. I adore my sister and just want her home. My family found her. She was a stunning person. That is all. My beautiful cousin is gone. Whoever did this has to suffer the consequences. Marbin's arrest files are sealed, hiding the specifics, though prosecutors confirm her death was a criminal act. He denies murdering her. His lawyer insists the state has no real evidence. They are basically fishing. I have not seen a shred of proof backing these accusations. Pearl addressed the media right after Bruce was taken in. She expressed relief he is off the streets, so nobody else gets hurt. A memorial service brought her circle of loved ones together. In Dorchester, between 100 and 200 people gathered tonight to honor a life cut way too short. Amen. On a peaceful Dorchester evening, the community's devotion to Charelle was unmistakable. She was pure joy and smiles. Friends met near her childhood home to grieve the 40-year-old mother and sister who meant everything to them. I am sure she is beaming at all this support. Her remains were located last Tuesday in a Saugus marsh off Route 107. Detectives are treating this as a homicide, and although her partner Bruce Marbin was taken into custody, he currently only faces counts of theft and interference. The specific details surrounding her passing are still being sorted out by investigators. She was such a kind-hearted soul and really didn't have this coming. It is just so incredibly unfair. Counselors from the city's crisis response unit are currently on site to help her loved ones navigate this immense pain. Looking at the massive crowd gathered here today, it's clear how much of a unifier Charelle was. She truly belonged here with us. Friends and family remember Pringle as an exceptionally driven and ambitious woman. She was always beaming and showing so much affection, a memory her family vows to hold on to forever. Charelle, you were so deeply loved. We will carry your light forward and lean on one another as a neighborhood. We have your back, brother." A sea of purple and white balloons drifted into the sky to honor the memory of Charelle Pringle. My mind is just racing with so many emotions. Honestly, I still cannot wrap my head around this. Nearly 200 relatives and friends stood in a circle to pay respects to the 40-year-old mom found by her family off Route 107. Losing her like this is just heart-wrenching. However, seeing this turnout is a real blessing. Tears and pure shock filled the air among Charelle's kin as her brother stepped up to the microphone. "We are so grateful for everyone coming out to show such amazing heart and support. Thank you so much. Childhood friends who became like brothers are still struggling to make sense of the tragedy. She was like a sister to me. I know it sounds like a cliché to say she was one of a kind, but she truly was special." While the memorial was filled with deep affection and grief, a bitter resentment lingered because her own relatives, rather than the police, were the ones who located her body. That fury intensified after a wall of officers showed up at the courthouse for last week's hearing for Bruce Mabin, the boyfriend tied to her death. Those cops were out in force there, yet they weren't around when she needed finding. A glow of candles represented the solidarity this family promised to maintain while raising Charelle's teenage son. For him to grow into a man, it is going to take every single one of us standing together. On December 29th, 2021, mourners gathered at Morning Star Baptist in Mattapan to say their final goodbyes. The service was kept private and closed casket because of the sheer violence of the attack she endured. By January 4th, 2022, Bruce returned to the Lynn District Court for his scheduled appearance. However, the legal situation shifted dramatically as the state formally indicted him for the slaying of Charelle Pringle. Bruce maintained his innocence during the proceedings. A grand jury eventually reviewed the evidence, and the legal battle was officially transferred to the Superior Court in Essex County. Chilling new details about Charelle's final moments came to light during the trial, including a text she sent a friend. She had written that she was finished with Bruce after he allegedly broke into her home and threatened her. The prosecution presented that message to prove both a clear motive and the toxic nature of their relationship. Over the next several years, the case slowly made its way through the justice system. Despite the long and grueling process, Charelle's family never missed a single court date, refusing to let her story fade away. On November 3rd, 2025, the jury found Bruce Mabin guilty of first-degree murder. On November 5th, 2025, Bruce was brought back to Essex County Superior Court for his final judgment. Before the judge delivered the term, Charelle's relatives were given a chance to address the court. "You are a monster and a pathetic excuse for a man." The mother of the victim from Woburn didn't hold anything back as she directly confronted the person who took her daughter's life back in 2021. She shared those powerful words and so much more on the day the convicted killer learned his fate. "You do not deserve to ever walk free among us again. You are going to get exactly what's coming to you, because justice always prevails in the end." A devastated mother stared down her daughter's murderer while he sat there with his head hanging low. Bruce Mabin received his sentence for the first-degree murder of 40-year-old Charelle Pringle. Mabin stood in the courtroom dressed in a light blue collared shirt. "I hope you suffer eternally for what you did to her." Charelle's brother spoke about the weight of having to be the rock for his mother and his young nephew. He mentioned that while men often hide their pain, he has cried a river of tears behind closed doors. "I have to stay composed for my mom and the kid. No man ever wants to look vulnerable, but I have been absolutely broken in private." The judge sentenced Bruce Mabin to life in prison without any chance of parole. The Essex County District Attorney issued a formal statement after the hearing, noting that this life sentence ensures the defendant is held responsible for his barbaric behavior. They hope the family finds some peace in this result. The investigation involved state detectives, along with police departments from Lynn, Woburn, and Boston working in tandem. Tragically, Charelle Pringle's life was stolen exactly 1 month before her 41st birthday would have arrived. She never got the chance to move into the new home she had bid on. Interestingly, that offer was reportedly accepted after she was already gone. I hope these stories highlight the red flags so you can find help before it is too late. I will catch you in the next installment of Crime of Passion. Thank you for tuning in today. We love you and your memory will live on forever. You will never be forgotten, and justice will truly be served. This case is more than just a tragic headline. It is a painful reminder of how easily warning signs can be overlooked until it's too late. Charelle Pringle's story teaches us that love should never come with fear, control, or constant anxiety. When a relationship begins to feel suffocating, possessive, or unsafe, those are not signs of passion. They are red flags that demand attention. It also highlights the critical importance of listening to our instincts and the concerns of those around us. Friends and family often see what we cannot when we are emotionally involved. Speaking up, seeking help, and creating distance from toxic individuals can be life-saving decisions. Equally powerful is the lesson about community and persistence. While systems may fail or move too slowly, the determination of loved ones can bring truth to light. Charelle's family refused to give up, showing the strength of human connection even in the darkest moments. Above all, this story calls for awareness. We must educate ourselves and others about the signs of abusive behavior and never dismiss them. Because sometimes, recognizing the danger early isn't just about protecting happiness, it's about saving a life.